I'm back with another video. Growing Up Hip Hop, Season 5, Episode 5. So basically this episode picks up where the other episode ended. And in this episode it is Brianna and Angela are about to meet up, you know, the sit down that we've been waiting on for like 4 or 5 episodes now. And the weird thing about it is that Angela brings someone with her. Angela brings her friend, and I'm like, why would you bring someone else when it's just supposed to be a sit down between you and Brianna? That kind of makes everything weird. Like, you should have just came by yourself. I mean, like, she's not gonna do nothing to you. Obviously, it's like a whole camera crew and everything. So why did you feel the need to bring a whole nother person? But that's neither here nor there. I just feel like it should have just been those two there. And Twist is telling Brianna, still coaching her or whatever, and she's like, oh no, I'm not gonna fight. I got on my good chucks. I would never fight in these unless I had to. And I'm like, really, Brianna? Like, that's what you worried about right now? But I think that they was just both just trying to lighten the mood or whatever. So and then Brianna walks in and things are just awkward. She said that she almost felt attacked by that Angela bought someone else, because like it just made her feel uncomfortable, and I can understand why it made her feel uncomfortable. So we cut to Boogie and Sam. Boogie and Sam meet up, and Boogie tells Sam about the feud between Angela and Romeo, because apparently Sam hasn't been around to know, what's going on between Angela and Romeo. And then Sam says to Boogie, well, since Romeo and Angela are not a thing anymore, maybe you should shoot your shot. And I'm like, no, don't. But apparently he and Boogie thinks that it's a good idea, and I don't see why they think that is a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea at all. Boogie goes on to tell Sam, about the deposition that his sister did against his dad, and so apparently there's a lot going on with this family dynamic. Dame Dash, apparently with his ex Ava's mother, they have a company, and he's trying to pressure Ava into having her mom turn over the company to him. And apparently when Ava tells him that she can't do that, he gets upset with her. Like, it's a lot of underlying issues like that are going on. Like, of course everybody has their own version of the story. Like, we only know what they put out. We only know what we see, on TV or in the blogs or whatever. But apparently Damon feels like they don't listen to him or whatever, but they feel like it's him, and he feels like it's everybody else, and it's just this whole big thing. But I just feel like he shouldn't put his daughter in the middle of whatever him and her mother have going on. That should be between them two. They're the adults. He shouldn't put his daughter in the middle of that situation. So Sam tells him that TT knows about the engagement, and like Sam feels like TT wants him, but like I said last time, I don't think TT wants him. And Boogie feels the same way. He does not think that TT wants Sam. Like, I think Sam just, like, he's self-absorbed and thinks everybody wants him, but nobody don't want him. Nobody wants you but Egypt, boy. So be with Egypt. She wants you, nobody else. All right, so back to this awkward meeting with Angela and Brianna. So Brianna, she's trying her hardest to stay calm. She's trying to, remain okay with this whole situation and make sure she doesn't lose her cool with Angela. She starts the conversation, and I'm proud of Brianna, because from the way she's talking, it seems like she's growing, and that's what happens, like, I guess, when you're not on drugs and you're able to think and process everything with a clear mind or whatever. And because we know from last season that she was on drugs, but now it seems like she's doing better. So they basically come to the conclusion that, like, They know why they were that way. They know why they were feuding, but they don't know why they were feuding. And I just think that's so dumb. Like they know, like their first encounter, Brianna came off a little bit abrasive, but that's Brianna. That's just her personality. That's how she is. And apparently Angela didn't like that. And from that first meeting, they have never like really gotten along, or Angela that hasn't wanted to do a scene with her because of it. And it just came to a thing like, I don't want to be around you, so I'm not going to be around you. And it was really not really a big beef per se. So, they just were not getting along for no reason. So Brianna makes a joke, about her and Angela being the same. And Angela was like, and I was like, and it just then, but in the end, and I thought it wasn't gonna go over well, but in the end, they hashed out, their problems like grown women, like they should have. They had a excuse me, they had a grown up conversation, and I'm glad they talked it out. I'm glad they got over it. Um, they could have done that a long time ago. It didn't have to come to all of this of seasons of them not even like getting along, but what makes for good TV? They had to have something to make for good television, right? Eric, which is Eazy-E's son, meets up with JoJo in a studio. They're talking about how he changed, and they're talking about what makes a boy a man. Apparently, it takes that right woman to make a boy a man. They were saying how he, made a complete 180. And I'm just like, wait, he said he has six kids from four different women. So you're telling me that after you've cheated on this woman, so he has three kids with the woman that he's with now, that he's secretly married to, that no one knows about. Well, they know her, but they don't know that they're married. And you got three other kids on her, and after you've done your thing and got three other kids on her, you decide to come back and marry her. Like, mm, I, I mean, I'm glad he got it together, but at the same time, I think she, I think she should know her worth. But I guess you love who you love, and that's who she loves, and that's who she wanted to be with. But I think, like, after the second child that you done had on me, I'm like, ow, I'm gone, peace. Be with one of them. But, to each his own. So JoJo was like, he wants another child, and JoJo was telling him about it and telling him how his fiance doesn't want to have another child. And then they basically like come up with this plan to kind of try to talk Tania into having another child. But I just feel like if she's so adamant about not having another child, nobody should be trying to pressure her. They all should be minding their own business and leave this girl alone. Like, maybe she'll change her mind down the line, but JoJo, give her some time. Let her breathe. Stop trying to have other people try to pressure her into having a child when she's clearly made it very clear that she doesn't want to, and she's not ready. Like, let her be a mom to your daughter, and let her do that for a little bit longer, and maybe she'll come around. Stop pressuring her. I don't like that. I don't. So TT and Vanessa, TT and Vanessa meet up, um, and Eric calls on FaceTime, and he invites them to his barbecue that he's inviting everyone to. Then Angela and Tania come in, and Vanessa tells Angela that she feels like Angela has like not been, talking to her, or has been distant. And Angela, and they're just going back and forth like, you got my number, you got my number, you know where I stay, I'm like, y'all, like, I know sisters fight, like, I know, but still, like, y'all doing this tit for tat for what? Just, call each other, let each other know y'all still love each other. Something like, y'all don't have to go back and forth about it, whatever. Vanessa asked her about the meeting with Brianna, and Angela tells them that her and Brianna are cool. And then Angela goes on to say that she was no, she goes on to ask about Romy. I'm like, girl, Then last episode you said that you were over Romeo, that you didn't want to talk about it no more. Da 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 da. You're done with it. And I was somebody in my comments. If I can remember. No, I don't remember, but I'm gonna put her name on the screen. She was like, she ain't over him, and you're right. She's not over him because now here she is asking about him again. Um, TT tells everyone about the engagement of Sam in Egypt. Why? I don't know. TT, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. It's not your business. Stop worrying about other people. But you know, and then she's going on to say how she thinks that Sam didn't just happen to meet Egypt at the gym. She think he planned it and da 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 da. So apparently now Sam is using Egypt, but nobody's really interested in that conversation. They kind of changed the subject on her. Like they didn't talk about it that long. They changed the subject to kids, and again they're asking Tania about her situation, and she tells them that JoJo wants another kid, but she doesn't want another kid. And that's just how she feels about it. She says she's enjoying her life right now and she doesn't want another kid. And it's hard, being a mom. And then they ask her about the wedding. And of course, Vanessa, I don't know about Angela, but Vanessa wants to be a bridesmaid. But Tania has decided that neither one of the sisters are going to be a bridesmaid in her wedding. And she has not told them yet. So I would like to see how that turns out when she tells them that neither one of them are going to be a bridesmaid in her wedding. Fun. um, so Twist is in the studio and Brianna walks in and then they start talking and Brianna tells him that her and her boyfriend got into it, but she never really finished the story, never really said what happened with that situation. So I don't know what she means by got into it. Was it physical? Was it not physical? What happened? Blah blah. I don't know. But then he goes on to tell her like how he likes Ava. And then the conversation got weird and he was like he used to date Kylie, and he was like Kylie is a billionaire. He was like I'll go back to Kylie. He was like I'll change my last name to Jenner for that billion dollar check or whatever, was something to that effect he said. And I'm like, I like his scenes because he makes me laugh. Twist is funny, so I like his scenes. He just makes me laugh, so I like watching when he's on the screen. He's just silly for no reason. Twist calls Eric and Brianna asks him why she wasn't invited to the party, and Eric basically tells her, he's like, look, I'm married. This is a party where all my family is going to be there. So I really don't want you to be there because of our past. They used to be fuck buddies, basically. And she was like, she understood, because if she was married, she wouldn't invite her ex booze or ex, busted babies or whatever you want to call it to a party with her spouse either. So she said it was no hard feelings and she understood why, you know, she didn't bring him. I mean, why he didn't invite her. And of course, Twist had his little jokes about it or whatever. And I'm just like I said, he brain twist around me any day. He will lighten the mood. He could be my friend. Okay, he can be my friend. So Eric is talking about the barbecue, and apparently no one knows that they're married except, of course, Brianna and Twist, because he just told them in the previous scene. So, and then everybody's getting on Tania again about these kids, and Tania's just like, no. And like they're asking her, and JoJo's like, "Oh, isn't a boy easier? Ange, how do you deal with your son?" Da 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 da. And I'm like, bro, let it rest. Like, leave this girl alone. I'm like, let it rest. Leave this girl alone. Like, like, stop. And she's like, is he telling everybody to ask me about this? Like, is he talking about our business with everybody? I'm like, yeah, basically he is. He's telling everybody about the situation. Eric's wife says that she doesn't like some kind of way Brianna comes up in the conversation. Eric's wife says she doesn't like Brianna. She says that she's disrespectful. Like, she's listing her reasons why she doesn't like Brianna. And like, Angela just like she don't want no part. Twist didn't like that, of course, because Brianna is his bestie or whatever. And Angela just was like she didn't want no parts of it. You know, they're cool, and she didn't have nothing bad to say about Brianna. Twist lets everyone know about his crush on Ava. But Boogie, you know, he feels offended by this, but you know, I just feel like at least Twist didn't say it behind his back. Twist has told him this several times, and I think he's just mad because Twist said it in front of everybody. But what does it matter? It's not like your sister checking for him. You keep saying your sister got a boyfriend. Okay, she's faithful to her boyfriend. She's not checking for Twist, so why are you mad about it? So they started talking about Romeo and how he unfollowed everyone, and then Egypt walks up, and then TT walks away, and of course Egypt felt some type of way about that. I would have felt some type of way about that too. You're my cousin. I walk up. You don't say anything to me and you just walk away. Like, bro, what's up with that? I'm your cousin. Like, hello, we're family. But apparently she's letting this situation with Sam get in between her relationship with her and Egypt. I just don't know. Boogie tells Twist that, you know, he don't want no problems with him, but he needs to, like, let go of his little crush on his sister. They hash it out or whatever. Then he goes on to tell Twist that he wants to shoot his shot at Angela. And Twist was like, why not? Maybe you should. Eric reveals to everyone that he and his longtime girlfriend, / baby mama, who he been cheating on and done had 3 other kids on, are married, and of course everyone is surprised because no one knew, and their parents are not, a lot of people are not happy about it, but at the same time, what can they do? They're grown and they're already married. Yeah, I missed that on that. Maybe they eloped, who knows. Angela and Boogie are talking, and he's acting all nervous, and he tells her they should catch up. And Angela's like, are you trying to ask me out on a date? So eventually he stopped acting all nervous and stuff, and he asked her out. And Angela was like, yeah, we can do lunch or whatever, but she said that she doesn't see him as a person that she could date, but she sees him more as a little brother, and that he's younger than her. So, but you know, never know, and she might surprise you. People say age ain't nothing but a number, so he might surprise you, right? Give him a chance. Who knows? Anyways, TT and Sam are going back and forth, and Egypt says that their body language is making her feel a little bit uncomfortable. I don't know what she meant by that, but whatever. I think she's just reading too much into it. Boogie tells Twist that Sam thinks that TT is in love with him. Of course, Twist can't hold water, and Twist is just hilarious. And he's just you know, a person that's just like, let's get it done now. Let's talk about it now. So he goes to TT, and he was like, oh, I heard something about you. And she's like, what? And then he told her, like, he's so messy, y'all. He told her, he said, I heard, she was like, I heard you're in love with Sam. He was like, I heard you're in love with Sam. She's like, what? And then she's like, Sam, come over here. He said, Sam, come over here. And then he said it again. And then he said, I feel like, I'm sorry, excuse me. He said, I think you're in love with Sam. And TT's like, what are you talking about? And then he was like, Sam, what do you think? And he was like, yeah, I do feel like she likes me. Like she has some feelings towards me or whatever. She never answers the question. She gets mad. She storms off, and everybody else is like, well, I guess we got our answer, because she never answered. She got very defensive. She got mad. She stormed off. She didn't answer. Now, it could be one or two things. She likes him, which I highly doubt, or she just was so offended and so upset that she just walked away from the situation, which was probably more than likely what it was. But that's how the episode ended, and that is the end of episode 5 of Growing Up Hip Hop. So thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, if no one else tells you that they love you, Arsharae loves you. Bye. Please make sure that you remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already done so, and I will see you guys in the next video.